Hey everyone, it's Michelle with Stories in the Garden. I'm going to give kind of a backstage tour, I guess, of the Stories in the Garden website, just to kind of demonstrate a little bit more about WordPress. So I'll just start off at the front corner and I'll move my way to the rest of the page. So right here you have kind of, it's almost like um, your first option here is going to be your website tab. So you can either visit site, and I've got an extra option for visit store there, but that's not set up completely yet. This is going to be your dashboard. This is where, as you can see, I have 16 updates that I can do. Word about doing updates. When you do the updates, a lot of times it will pull your website down for a brief moment while it's updating. So you'll definitely want to do that when it's not a high traffic time for your website. Um, I told you, I think, that I used ThemeFuse, or I've mentioned it before, so if you've been following me a little bit, you'll know that I use the ThemeFuse setup, and this is part of their back end. There's the Unison. So when you first load WordPress on your website, you won't have any of this. What you will have is the blog post section on the left, pages, probably a feedback section, probably a contact section. This is your appearance section where you have your different theme setups. One where you can add new users or delete users, profiles, or this is who has access to this part of your website. There's also some tools that you can use, and then settings, and I'll go through those, and also your plugins tab. So I'll go through all of those just to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to see when you first start your website with WordPress. So starting with blog posts at the top, this is where you're going to put all your new posts for your website. You've got an option here to select and see all your lists of posts. Here you can add a new post. Here are your categories of posts and tags for your posts. The one you'll probably want to spend the most time on is going to be, or actually three, all posts, add new posts, and categories. We'll start off with the categories tab just because this is, it helps you organize your posts. So right here is your categories, and you'll come down here. Okay, so here's all the lists of categories that I have right now. Yours, when you start, well, it might say untitled, or I think, yes, here it is. Uncategorized is what everything falls under. If you don't, let's go ahead and set something else up. So you'll add a new category here. You can name it, give it a little, it says URL friendly version of the name. You can choose whether it falls under some other category as a parent category, put in a description, and then choose a header image. I'll go ahead and show one that I've already got set up. Here's my articles category. And so you can see it's got articles, and I just gave it the slug of blog. And here's my header image. So how you add a header image is you do the edit button, and you can either upload a new file or you can go to your media library and add an image from there. So you can also drag and drop anywhere on there. I'm not going to update anything on that because I already have the header image I want, but I just wanted to kind of show you how to run through and do that. Next, we'll go to the all posts tab, and this is going to be a list of all the posts that you either have published or out in a draft stage. Next, I'm going to show you how to add a new post. So here's adding a new post. I just clicked on that, and you put in the title, just like you would, adding a new post. These options here are going to be a little different. You'll at least have the add media button, and again, that takes you to your media library where all your pictures are stored. So here you can either pick an image that you already have or upload a new image. It's your choice. And this pretty much operates a lot like your traditional like text builder. So you can type in there, I like this new page, stories in the garden is awesome. Wow, and I can't type. It's awesome. And then you can highlight it, bold it, underline it. You can set it to different styles, whether it's a heading, which is already preset. What it is, I'm gonna leave a paragraph. You can make it a bulleted list or a numbered list. Make it a quote, so it goes in and indent it a little bit further. And then you can also make it a link or remove a link in there. And this is like, so when you go to a post and on the first page, it'll say a little excerpt of the article and then read more. So if you click on that, it'll put a little read more tag, and that's all you would see on the first page would be that number 1. And then you would have to click more to get to the rest of it. So that's just a really brief overview of the adding a new post. You can also here change and edit your blog categories. A word about formatting. There's different formats to each post. It might be a video, an image, standard, or a gallery. You can kind of figure out what each format of each post is going to be based on what the post is about. And you can also choose which article, if it's an article, this is your categories list. It might fit into several categories, so you can select as many as you want. You can also add a new category here, and then it'll give, test the name, and then you can put it in, give it a new category there. So that's the most important things there. Oh, and then also your featured image. This is going to be the image that is at the top of your post on every page. So you'll definitely want to set that up. You just, same as I showed you before, where you go to set up the featured image, and then it takes you to either your media library or your uploaded videos. So there's a brief overview of that tab. Probably when you first log into your WordPress website, you're going to want to go to your Appearance tab and go to Themes and pick a theme. Like right now, I'm on this Exposure Child theme, but there's a whole bunch of other free themes that you can choose. Here's some other ones that I've tried out, because I tried out several before I decided on this one. I could probably remove those now, but what you do for a theme is you go to Add New, and then you can search the themes that are there for free. So maybe you want a blog, I don't know, let's see, a music blog. Let's go with music blog. And then it'll give you some ideas of themes that might fit for a music blog. Like here's one, the music theme. And so you can just choose the one that you want. Or you can upload your own theme, which is what I did. And if you have any questions about how to do that, I can just ask me. But I think most everybody's probably going to go with something that they can put in here for now. Also under the Appearance tab, yours is going to be a little bit set up different because the theme that I chose has a lot of extra options. But that's important. And then your menus under here is the other very important tab that you're going to want to work. Now, this is one that kind of took me a little while to get to understand. As you can see, it looks a little complicated. But basically, you have your pages over here. They'll come up. And then you decide on your menu structure. Here's my home page. This is actually my footer menu. So you can, let's see, basically select something and add it to the menu. So you click that, and then you add menu. and then it'll show up on the other side. And then this little drop down arrow here gives you a little bit more options. If you want an icon next for your cart, like if I wanted to use the cart icon, I could add that there. But I can also move this around, just drag and drop it, depending on where I want it, or if I wanted it like under my story. But I don't want anything on there. In fact, I don't even want my cart on there yet, so I'm going to remove it now. And so that's how that works. Then also, that was my footer menu. And then if I wanted to edit my main menu, I just click on that and select it. And there is my main menu structure. And again, if I wanted to add something to that, I would just click it over here on this side, and then add it to menu. You can also add blog posts if you want something at the very top on your menu. Maybe it's one post that you really like. Maybe it's your about story and you want that on the top. You can also just add a blog post and any of the other options as well. But the main thing is your pages. You definitely want to list your pages at the top of your, at the top of your menu. Let's see. So that is your theme and your menus. You can also install plugins on here, and I'll show you the ones that I really, really recommend. Wait, that's not the right one. Hold on, this is it. Install the plugins. This is the next thing that you're going to want to do once you choose a theme, is go into here and you're going to, I think this is the anti-spam that I recommend everybody put on their blog. It works really, really well. People will go in and try to, paste a whole bunch of comments or whatever. This keeps people from being able to do that. So what you do to install a new plugin is come to the top where it says plugins, and you go to add new, and then you search for the keyword over here. It's already on there, so it might not show up, but you can get the gist. So, oh yes, it shows up update now. I probably have an update there that needs to happen. So yes, it gives you an available plugins. Let me see another one that I recommend you install. Also, once you install it, you also have to go to your, they'll walk you through setting up an account with them. And then also, if you go to the settings tab, it'll give you, I'm not going to click on it because it'll give my code, and I don't think that's really safe, but you'll put in your settings and everything to keep that safe. Let's see. Auto optimize. Yes, this makes your website, this speeds up your website and compresses it so it loads faster. Auto optimize. I'm just going to scroll through Google Analytics. It'll help you, help everybody figure out, or it actually helps you figure out what your traffic to your website is like. Highly recommend that. You can Google Analytics, and it'll show you how to set that up. But again, you can go to the plugins page and do those up here, plugins, add new. Let me see, there's something else I also recommend. Easy Google Fonts. So you can get all the Google fonts on your WordPress theme. That way you have more options of fonts to use, so you can make it look prettier. WordPress backup to Dropbox. This is so you can back up your website. Highly, highly recommend that one. That's very good. And I think that's probably about it that I would recommend for the first time install. Yes. Oh, this one I use all the time. Duplicate page. So if you have one page and you want to, duplicate it, you'll want to add this one right here. Otherwise, you'll just be copying and pasting it and that kind of thing. It's much more easy. You just click a button that says duplicate page, and it does it for you. Love it. Okay, so that's that is the plugins tab. So far we've covered the blog post, we covered themes, we covered plugins. That's probably a lot on this video, but I'm going to do one more, and that is the Pages tab. This is where you're going to put all of your pages in. So the difference between a page and a blog post is that a page is your what you're going to display your posts on. So like you have your About page. I have a bunch of other ones that I don't have active yet, but my Articles page, to display my articles on. There is, let's see, my home page. So you'll definitely want a home page. There, my story page. And so it really depends on what all you want for yours. I've got my disclosure page on there too. So I'll just go quickly through my home page. Set as my front page. And show you this tab. So if you want to add a new page, you can click there. But so here you type in your heading of your page. It gives you a permalink to the page there. That's my home page, so I'm not editing that. This is my default editor because I use that Unison framework that I like so much, and it's really, really simple to use. If you click, say, you can tape here and drag a section and create a new section. I don't want to do that. But the sections hold all your details. So I wanted this section is my header section, so I put it full width, and the height of it's medium. The background is that image that you see at the top of my website. And if I wanted to change it, I just go to my media library. But I'm not going to do that now, because I like it the way it is right now. You can choose, whether you want it in the center, how big you want it, whether you want a color over top of it. But it really depends on the framework that you're using, whether you get all this. My thing that I really like about this is there's no coding involved, and it's super quick and easy. So like this one here is my section that I have just underneath my header. And this is where I put that quote. Let's see. Hold on. That's a different section. Oh, here's my quote. So here's my quote that I put at the top of my page. And you can see this is what it looks like. Make your story so authentic, compelling, and passionate that you inspire everyone around you. And so that I put to the left. And you can pretty much just decide how you want it. If I wanted to link that somewhere, I could. Or add a button to that text, I can. I'm just going to get rid of it now because I put a button underneath the quote. And here that is. I can choose which style of button I want. And it makes it super simple. I think what you'll see when you have your home page, if I go to the default editor, it might look more like this. I'm not sure. Probably not. But anyway, so that's adding new pages. And back to the list of pages. So you can choose, one more thing I wanted to show you about that. Trying to think of ways in which this could be a more exciting video, but it is a tutorial, so it is what it is, I guess. But anyways, if once you build out your page the way you want it, you can go to the Publish tab and publish it. You can also save it as a draft, which I've done on several of the ones if you looked through my list. And then there's also the preview button, so you could preview it before. So let me just click preview here so you can see it. See what the page looks like. And there that is. Alright, so let me go back to my dashboard. All right, so I think that's pretty much everything that we have so far. We've got blog posts. Oh, your feedback section. This is if somebody posts any comments to yours. You can see right now I don't have any comments that are pending, but if I had them pending, they would show up in this section, and then I could either respond to them, or if they are spam, I can delete them. But I don't have any right now to check. And so that pretty much sums it up. If you have anything in the back end of your website that once you upload WordPress and get to the spot where you're looking at your WordPress dashboard, if you have anything on there you're not sure about or have any questions, please ask me. I'll be happy to help you. And I think that's the end of this short enough video, I hope. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know questions, comments, concerns. Thanks. Bye.